Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Okay, yesterday we went over gender and type, so I'm just going to review this very quickly. So we spoke about gender and we mentioned that an ism will always have one of two genders. Quite straightforward, it's either masculine or it's feminine. There is no such thing as a neutral gender ism. And all isms are masculine unless proven feminine. So in theory, what are we really studying? We're studying the idea of feminine. We're studying the idea of feminine. So how do you tell if a word is feminine? There's three ways. There are defaults, and then there's three more ways which we're going to go over. Number one is that, actually, I'll put it in a better display. UTM, where to go? Can someone tell me the page that gender studies on? The chapter? 24? Look at your table.
47.
What is it? 47. Okay, yes. Okay. So the three ways that are default, right here. The first one is ta marbuta, and that is the little ta at the end of a word, the round ta at the end of a word. It denotes feminine. Number two is alif maqsura, the bent out of shape alif, which looks like a ya without dots at the end of a word. And number three is alif mamduda, where it has this squiggly line on top with the hamza at the end. Those three ways. Now, there are three more ways which we want to go over. And those three ways are the following. Run over all these examples. Number four. These are generally feminine words. Okay, that's too many words. Just if you want to categorize it, generally feminine words. And those are words which are used for things or people that are female. For example, ummun. Ummun does not have ta marbuta, alif maksura, nor mamduda on it. Right? Aqirun, ajuzun, hamilun. Daughter, sister, pregnant woman, old woman, woman who cannot give birth. All of these things are feminine by default. Number five, body parts in pairs. Yadun, for example, if I'm speaking about a hand or two hands, I refer to him or I refer to them through a feminine pronoun. Today we're going to be going over feminine pronouns. 6, assumed feminine words. They don't look feminine, but every speaker considers them feminine. And we went over them yesterday. Harbun, Harbun, Shamsun, the whole list on page number, what page was it? 52? Yeah, 52. If it's on 52, all these words. Assumed feminine words. Harbun, Sama'un, Shamsun, Nafsun, all of these. Okay? They are considered feminine even though they don't have anything to show that they are feminine.
So,
yes?
Asa does show that it's feminine, right?
Asa does. So I directly copied this from Brother Noman's thing. I think he just put it there because he wanted to. I don't know why. But yeah, Asa is, I don't know. Yeah, why is Asa on this list? That's a good question. Whatever. Beats me. I mean, if it really is bugging someone, they can cross it out.
I guess it looks nice.
Yeah, I'm actually when this book goes. So there's a lot of things I don't understand in this book. Somehow they got a little moved around while printing. So I'll cross that out actually. Okay. And that's that. Moving on. We went over these Quranic examples. By the way, the amount of Quran I've been going through with you in this class during every session is probably the most I've done with any other student group. This is the 6th class I'm teaching, and this is the most I've done it. And I've noticed that your brain feels like it's going through an exercise, right? When you're going through this and trying to identify it. So that's my goal. So hopefully it's working. Type. Type we went over. Type is really boring because it's pretty straightforward. And some of the concepts of type you don't know. So there are 7 ways to make an ism proper. Number 1 is add in alif lam, al-kitabu, as-salamu, al-kursiyu, al-bi'ru. Number 2 is a proper name. Obviously, it's proper because you're specifically referring to something. Usama, Muhammad, Saleh, Ahmad. Number 3, pronouns. Again, straightforward. He, she, them, both of you, all of them, all those women, all you men, me. They are all considered proper. Indicating words. This, that, these two, that in the feminine. Tilka, dalika, hada, hadani. Today we're not gonna learn them. We'll learn them later. 5, possessive nouns. Thing that is being possessed. So same thing. We haven't gone over this yet. Relative pronouns. Alladhi, allati. There's more to this list. Haven't gone over that yet either. And isms preceded by the ya of calling. Ya. Ya rajulu. When there's a ya on it, number 1, it loses tanween. Number 2, it is considered proper. And I went through all these Quranic examples. Any questions? Okay. Let's go over the homework. Yeah, I apologize for the mix-up today. I don't know why the email didn't go out earlier. All right. So this was simple. 10 examples. Anyone have any trouble with it? Okay. Kiramin number? Kiramin. Singular. Why? Tanween. Good. Gender? Why? Nothing's there to show that it's feminine. Good. Rahimuna. Plural. How do you know? Una. All right. Then number? I'm sorry, gender? Masculine. Good. Ismaila. Singular. Okay. Gender? Good. Ash-shahawati. Plural. Very good. Gender? Feminine. Very good. Feminine. Al-mujahidina. Plural. And gender? Good. Very good.
For the gender, maybe if you can just go over them again.
For the gender?
Yeah.
Which one?
Like all of them. Why?
Can you tell me what kiramin is?
What is it?
Kiramin is masculine.
Yeah, so you said because
There's nothing there to show that it's feminine. Masculine is the default. It's masculine unless proven feminine. And there are 6 ways to prove it feminine. Are any of those 6 ways present? Is there ta marbuta? No. Alif maqsura? No. Alif mamduda? No. Is it a straight feminine word? No. Is it an assumed feminine word? No. Is it a body part and pair? No. So it's masculine. Rahimuna? Same thing.
On number 4?
Yes.
How can we tell if it's plural?
Ati or atin. Alif lam just drops the tanween, remember. Ati or atin. Atu or atun. Tanween drops.
Why is number 3 singular?
Ismail. How many Ismails do you need? How do you say, can I say Muhammaduna? All the Muhammads? I could, but no one's ever going to say that. All the Ismails. Unless you have a room full of people named Ismail.
Why is mine
Ahlu Ismail. Ismail what? Ismailina? Ismaili group? Okay.
People are all last name of Ismail.
Yeah, Ahlu Ismail. Ahlu Ismail. Ahlu Imran. Right? Suratul Ali Imran. The family of Imran. Okay? Let's go on to the new lesson, which is going to be page number. Whatever pronouns is. Pronouns is chapter 6, intro to pronouns. Page 66. Bismillah. Congratulations, you just got through the hardest part of this course. If you can get through the 4 properties of an ism, then you have the stomach for learning Quranic Arabic grammar. Remember, we're still studying the concept of the ism, okay? We are still studying ism. The 4 properties or the properties of an ism. Very good. Pronouns fall under the study of an ism. Pronouns are what? A part of ism, okay? Many times people get confused. Like, are we still studying ism? Yes, we are still studying ism. This course is a study of 90% ism, 10% harf. Harf is a very straightforward concept. As you continue going through various lessons in this course, we'll begin to use the 4 properties very, very often, okay? So now, from now on, when it comes to the study of this course, we will be asking the status, the number, the gender, and the type of every single word that comes. Now, it may sound overbearing, but it's not. You'll see how. Now, let's start to understand the concept of pronouns. Let's understand the concept through an example. My name is Nihal. If you want to talk about what I did during the day in the 3rd person, let's say you want to talk to, let's say Saif wants to talk to Farhan about me, about Nihal, right? You'll say Nihal woke up this morning. Nihal ate eggs for breakfast. Nihal went jogging. Nihal drove to work. Here's the thing. You don't want to keep saying my name over and over again because it sounds very awkward and it's not of the etiquette of speech. It's not of proper rhetoric. So once you say my name once, you don't want to keep repeating it. So what do? You start using a pronoun, right? So the way the conversation goes now is that Nihal woke up this morning, he ate eggs for breakfast, he went jogging, he drove to work. Much better, right? Sounds clearer. Now let's talk about the technicalities. Pronouns are of 2 types. Pronouns are of 2 types. The first type is an independent pronoun, and the second type is an attached pronoun. Let's talk about an independent pronoun. Why are they called independent? Because they stand by themselves without anything attached to them. Meaning when you see an independent pronoun, it is independent. It doesn't need to be attached to someone else. It's not a symbiote like the attached pronoun is. An independent pronoun is an independent pronoun. There are how many? 12. And you'll be writing them out today. You will be writing them out today. And an example of some of them is huwa, which means he, huma, which means both of them, hum, which means them, hiya, which means she, hunna means all those women, ana means me, nahnu means we. These are the majority of them, but there's 12. What is the status, the number, the gender, and the type of a pronoun? Status is what? Rafa. Very good. So by default, all pronouns are rafa. They can never be anything else. They can never be anything else. What can never be anything else? No. What's the specific category? Independent pronoun cannot ever be anything besides rafa. Did I say that about an attached pronoun? Remember, what cannot be anything besides rafa? Independent pronoun. Okay? It can be never be anything besides rafa. I wrote it into the book. Please do so in your book as well. And write specifically independent pronoun. Number of the pronoun will depend on the pronoun. Every single pronoun, its number is written into the pronoun as well as its gender. The pronoun, okay? You know, Arabic is a lot like baking a cake. You know why? Because you're learning pronouns. Actually, you're learning the concept of the ism, right? Can I use this? I can use this. Don't worry, I don't need help. I got this. I'm going to have you visualize this. Why not? Right? You have the concept of what? The ism. And you have this thing called the ism. You have this thing called the ism. What's inside the ism? There's a lot of stuff, right? A cake has sugar. It has you know, more sugar, right?
Flour. eggs.
Flour, eggs, whatever. I've never baked a cake. I don't know. Right? You have an ism, and it's got different parts inside. So in ism we have independent pronoun. We have what do you call it? Attached pronoun. All these things, and those specific ingredients have other ingredients, right? An independent pronoun, let's say flour. Unless you made the flour and have a farm in your backyard, that flour has another process of coming alive. Same with this. So you take the independent pronoun and you realize what? There's some more things that go into it. It has a specific gender already, and it has a specific number, right? That's what it is. And it's always what? Rafa, and it's always proper, right? Status, number, gender, type. It's always Rafa. It's always, its number is that, and that's what? That. And it can't be anything else. It can't be anything else. Flour cannot be anything but flour. That's what it comes down to. It can only be that. And then attached pronouns, we're going to learn about that now, have something else. Now here's the thing. Status, as we said, what? Rafa. Number, we said, it's individual to it. It's specific. Gender is specific to it. Type, it's always proper, right? It's always proper. It refers to it. Independent pronoun, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Status, number, gender, type. Let's look at that now. Attached pronoun. They're called attached. Why? There's a good reason for it. They are usually seen attached to an ism or a fi'l. They're seen attached to an ism or a fi'l. And attached pronouns are the sisters of independent pronouns. Meaning what? That they have something to do with pronouns. Obviously, they're called attached pronouns. But mean the same thing as independent pronouns. Okay? Very important. They look different. Attached pronouns look different than independent pronouns, but they mean the same thing as a regular pronoun, as an independent pronoun. Meaning that these are some attached pronouns. Na, kunna, ka, ki, hum, hu, ha. We're going to learn those today as well. They are the sisters of independent pronouns. They serve the same purpose, or rather they have the same meaning as independent pronoun, but serve a different purpose as the attached pronoun. Now, attached pronouns always own an action or an item. Attached pronouns always own an action or an item. What do I mean? Pen. How do I say pen? Qalam. How do I say my pen? Qalami. Ya is the attached pronoun. How do you say I in Arabic as a pronoun? Ana. I wouldn't say qalam ana. I would say qalami. Qalami. That's what it is. I would say qalami. So now let's look at this. The status of what an attached pronoun is nasab or jar. Okay? You know we've been pairing nasab and jar together in the last two chapters, right? So now we're going to see the difference between both of them. The difference between nasab and the difference between jar. Now nasab. There are two ways an attached pronoun will be nasab. There are two ways an attached pronoun will be nasab. The first way is that if it is attached to a harf of nasab, which I think we'll be going over today. Do you know what a harf of nasab is yet? No, you don't. Don't worry. It's actually a very straightforward thing. It's six. There are 6 harf of nasab, and all that means is that if anything after them comes, it's nasab. That's what it is. Innaka antal alimul hakim. Indeed you. Innaka. Indeed you. So ka is nasab. Why? Because there's a harf of nasab before it. It's That's the idea. You'll learn about it soon. Which one is the attached pronoun? You know? It's ka. Ka is the attached pronoun. Don't worry, I'm going to write all this stuff out in a second. I just want you to absorb for now. فَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا لَعَلَّهُ. لَعَلَّ is the harf nasab. Who is the independent pronoun? I'm sorry, attached pronoun. Sometimes I'm really bad with like terminology, so if I mess it up, just remind me. I'm the type of person that will call an apple a banana. Okay? لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ أَوْ يَخْشَى. That's the first way. Now again, see the little starred point? We haven't learned the harf of nasab yet, so don't start freaking out. Just relax. I'm just giving you this example. Number 2, if it is attached to a verb. What are we studying again? Wait a minute. There you go. What's the first way? If it's attached to a harf of nasab. What is it attached to? Tell me again, what is it attached to? Is it nasab if it's attached to an ism, or is it nasab if it's attached to a harf of nasab? I want you to be very clear on this. Okay, I asked a question, I need an answer.
Can you answer?
Sure. I said, is it attached to a harf of nasab or is it attached to an ism? Because why it says harf of nasab. And I want you to write in your book, not attached to an ism. Because watch, in 4 days they'll ask me, Brother Nihal, it's attached to an ism, isn't it going to be nasab? No, it's not. When it's attached to an ism, it's something else, and we'll go over that right now. Number 2, if it is attached to a verb. Attached to an ism or attached to a verb? Verb. Ihdina, guide us. We are asking Allah, it's a commanding verb, guide us. Ihdina. وقالت امرأة فرعون قرة عين لي ولك لا تقتلوه. The wife of Pharaoh said, he will be a coolness to my eyes and yours. Do not kill. لا تقتلوه. Who? Him. Do not kill him. Again, it's a nasab when it's attached to what? A harf of nasab or a verb? Is a verb an ism? No. No. Very good. Now,
What's the correct pronoun there?
with here, na in the first one, and then who in the second one. La taqtuluhu. Who. Going back up. Status of a attached pronoun. What are we studying? Attached pronoun. And we said that an attached pronoun is nasab or jar. And now we're learning how nasab and jar will be split apart and how they will not be treated as the same thing. And we mentioned what? The first way is if it is attached to a. I want you guys to actively tell me when I ask you so that it will become ingrained in you. It's a way of educating you. When you tell yourself, you ingrain it in yourself. The first way that it is going to be nasab is if it is attached to a harf of nasab. Second way is attached to a verb. Very good. Now we're going to go over how a attached pronoun can be jar. There are 2 ways an attached pronoun will be jar, and it mirrors nasab in a way. We mentioned harf of nasab. Now we're going to talk about harf of jar. Same thing. There are 2 ways an attached pronoun will be jar. The first way is if it is attached to a harf of jar. وَمَا تَوْفِيقِي إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. The harf is B actually. And then عَلَيْهِمْ غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ. Now, what's the attached pronoun is he. What's the harf of the attached pronoun on the bottom one? Him. Hum became him. Again, we haven't learned the harf of jar yet, so don't start freaking out. Don't start freaking out. Number 2, a attached pronoun will be jar when it is attached to an ism. You guys got it? Any ism. Any ism, if it's attached to it. Kitab Allahi wara'a dhuhurihim. Dhuhur means back. Him means them. Zuhuri, him. So now what is the grammatical status of this attached pronoun? Rafa, nasab, or jar? What is the attached? What's the status of him? Jar. And him is what? It is a attached pronoun. Attached pronoun. You see here what we're doing now. You've learned all these things, and now we're putting it into a string, and now we're tying the string. But you need to start seeing it from different points of view. Because you learned all these new concepts, right? Now we're putting it together. Who had their hand up? Someone had their hand up? No? Okay. Kullun amana billahi. Every single one, kullun amana, he believed, billahi, in Allah. Actually, billahi is also supposed to be this, but whatever. Wa malaikatihi. Malaika means angels. Malaikatihi means his angels. Wa kutubihi, his books. Wa rusulihi, his messengers. Good. We're going to do more practice of this today, don't worry.
And the billahi, what is that info?
Actually, I was incorrect. It's ja, but there's no attached pronoun. Don't worry. It's just mark out what I said. Just don't leave the billah. So now we just went over what status of a ja. Status of a ja. Very good. No, we went over the status of an attached pronoun. No, it's all good. So. We said we have attached pronoun, right? Attached pronoun has what? Status. Number, gender, type. Number, gender, type. We're studying what? Attached pronouns, right? Independent pronoun has also those four. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already went into status, number, gender, type. We went over all these. We said here it's rafa. And then here we said what? It's either nasab or and we said that there are how many reasons for it to be nasab and how many reasons for it to be jar? 2 each. Right, the first one is harf nasab. Now I want to go to jar. What's the first one for jar? Harf jar. Okay, that's the first one. Second one for nasab if it is attached to a verb. Good. Second one is if it's attached to an ism. I hope you that this is also the reason I gave you guys the chart in the front of the book. Everything I just said, I believe, is in here. Or I thought it was in here. Where is it? Add. Okay. So jar, okay. There is that. Let's do some practice.
So here,
Yes.
when you have attached pronoun, the na is what actually? What does it mean actually?
Nah. So we're gonna do that now. But the attached pronoun, I'm sorry, means us. Kitabuna, our book. Okay. Go to page 70. Oops. let's go ahead and start writing these out. You have this, I already gave you the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. No, 6 across actually. Four across, 6 down. Okay. So pronouns. I'm going to start writing them out and also translate them for you guys. If plural, dual in the middle, and then singular. And on the right side you have third person masculine. Okay. So I'll write the first ones out. So the way I want you guys to do it, I'm going to say the pronoun, I'll translate it, and then I'll give you the attached pronoun. So the first one is the following. Huwa, which means he or him. And the attached version is one of two, who or he. Who is the nasab form, and I'll color it. The nasab form. He is the jar form. No, I'm sorry. Jar.
The who is Rafa.
And then huwa is rafa. Remember, independent pronouns are what? What's their status?
Rafa.
Very good. Can you guys see this? Huwa, he or him. Okay. Second one is, yep, huma, which means both of them. Now, luckily for you guys, the attached pronoun is the same as the independent pronoun. So actually, I'm not going to write anything there for you guys. Same. The third is hum. Hum, which means them. And for hum, it's the same exact thing. The attached and the independent are the same. Can I go down? I'm going to go now. Now let me ask you, what gender are these? Masculine. Okay, good. So, what's a masculine color? Green. All right. Why not? Huwa huma hum. Now, third one, hiya, which means she or her. And the attached pronoun is ha. Huwa huma hum, hiya, and then the feminine is the same thing. So for these guys, they're actually the same for masculine and feminine. Now this one, hunna. What does hunna mean? Them, but it's What is it? Feminine. Good. These are all third person feminine. Can I move on? Next line? No? Okay. We're here. Can I move on now? Huh? One second. What is this? Okay. Can I move on now? Okay. All right. Huwa huma hum hiya huma hunna. Next is anta. Anta. Anta means you. And the attached pronoun is ka. The second pronoun, anta, after anta is an tu ma, which means both of you. And the attached pronoun is kuma. Kuma. Oops. For those of you who just saw the video, these are the pronouns. I'll send that out. You may be able to pull it up. Anta, antuma, and the next one is antum. Good. Why is this not working? Antum, which means you all, and because we're in the south, y'all. And the attached pronoun is kum. Kum. Can I move down? Okay. Sorry? Okay. Anta, antuma, antum. And then you have an, ti. Oh, hold on. Anta, antuma, antum. They are what? Second person? Masculine. To show you the bigger picture. Masculine, feminine, masculine. Anti, which means what? You, but for feminine. And the attached pronoun, who knows? Ki. Ki. And then second person. Oops. It's the same exact thing as above. Antuma and antuma above are the same for masculine and feminine. Anti, antuma, and this last one is an tun na, which means you all, y'all, feminine. And the attached pronoun is kunna. Yes?
Would we email this chart?
I don't know, what do you think?
Yes.
Okay, but keep writing it because you're going to need to memorize it. See, when you write it out in this class while I'm saying it, you know what's going on? Number one is the first thing that your brain is doing is that it's recording it into your brain, right? You're looking at it, then you hear me saying it, and then you're writing it down. You're memorizing it and you don't even know. And because you're exerting effort into it, your brain automatically wants to pick up exactly what you're writing. For example, what does huma mean? Huma. Huma. Nope. Hum means they. Both of them. Very good. So, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, and there's only two more. Ana, which means what? We, sorry, I or me, and the attached pronoun, oops, is with the ya, or me. So, hold on. Me is the nasab form. It's the nasab form. And then ye is the jar form. And the last pronoun, nahnu, which means we or us. And the attached. Yeah, for dual and for plural. It's used for both. Used for both. One second. Okay, you guys got it? This will be on your second exam. Not tomorrow, don't worry.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go over the problem with 3 on page 63?
Nope. We're going to do that today. Today's 6/12, right? Okay. Now, guess what we're going to do?
So nasab and jar is not known in other forms, only on the singular form.
I'm sorry? Oh, for these? Actually, it's not about even the singular form, it's just these two specific verbs. Huwa and ana. Like we said, like for attached pronouns, that nasab and jar would be what? Nasab and jar would be different for if it's on a ism or a fi'l, right? Now, when it comes on an ism, let's say kitabuka, right? Kitabuka means your book. The ka, it's on an ism. What's the grammatical status? If it's on an ism, it's jar. Now, it being jar, does it look any different? Will ka become ki? No. It's considered jar. But now let's say ka comes on a verb. For example, qara'tuka. or jituka, I came to you. Okay, jituka. Ka is what? Because it's on a fi'l now. It's on a verb. It's nasab. But does it look any different? No, not for any of these. But for example, let's say I have kitabuhu, his book, kitabuhu. Kitabuhu, because it's on an ism, the independent pronoun. What is the independent pronoun considered? The independent pronoun is considered what? I'm sorry. Again, attached pronoun. I'm sorry. You're right. It's that was the case. But if it's an attached pronoun on kitabuhu, his book, what is the attached pronoun? The status? It's nasab. Okay. So kitabuhu, it's nasab. But let's say kitab is jar, right? Let's say kitab is jar. Kitabi, he is what it becomes, and you'll see he. So sometimes it'll be different, but you'll see the context of it eventually. Rabbi ja'alni, oh Allah, make me muqim as-salah, someone who is established in salah. Rabbi ja'alni is what we see, right? Because it's nasab, and when an attached pronoun comes on a verb, it is nasab. But do I say kitabini, my book? For kitabi, no, I say kitabi. And we said when it's on an ism, it is jar. You'll see more. Once we do some more mashq, you'll see it. And then for these, kitabuna, they don't look any different. Here's what I'll do. These are all the attached pronouns. Okay? Now we're going to do this a little differently. Pronouns. Where did it go? Where's that pronoun chart? Here we go. We're going to memorize these, just like we memorized the chart yesterday or 2 days ago. So I want you to take a look at the first line and focus on only the first line so that we can memorize it. Huwa, huma, hum. Repeat after me. Go ahead.
Huwa, huma, hum.
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 Now go down. Pink. Focus on the pink. Hiya, huma, hunna.
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 Now, bring it back up. I want you to say all 6 of them at the same time after me. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna.
Make sure you're looking at this board or your notes, because you want to have a visual. You don't want to just keep reciting it without looking, because initially to memorize something, it is very, very, very difficult if you're not looking at it. If you have your audio and your visual going at the same time, it helps much more than just having your audio if you have your eyes closed or you're not looking at this. So like in Quran, the first thing they always say is that you want to look at the page 10 times or read it 10 times or 5 times, and then read something without looking 5 times. And that's how you know it. But you need to look beforehand. So again, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna.
Moving down. Focus on the green. Anta, antuma, antum.
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 Now let's start from the beginning. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Wait. 3, 2, 1, go.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Good. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma,
Hunna, good.
anta, antuma, antum.
Sounds like huwa, huma, hum, Allah, kitab, rasul. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Huwa, huma,
Stop. 3, 2, 1, go.
Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum.
Good. Anti, antuma, antunna.
Anti, antuma, antunna.
Anti, antuma, antunna.
Anti, antuma, antunna.
Not auntie, anti. Okay? I heard that, whoever that was. Same person who probably said Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimani, Muslimin. Right? Anti, antuma, antunna.
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 Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Don't repeat yet, okay? Huwa is he, hiya is she. Huma is the same thing for both lines. Hum is top, hunna is bottom, okay? So you see that. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, all that happened is the fatha went, give me kasra, it went from the top to the bottom. Antuma is the same. Antum and antunna. Notice something here. Anything plural and feminine has what at the end? Noon with shadda on top. Okay? And then the last two are easy. Ana is me or you, or me or I. Nahnu is we or us. Huwa, هما هم هي هما هن أنت أنتما أنتم أنتي أنتما أنتن أنا نحن 3 2 1 go
هو هما هم هي هما هن أنت أنتما أنتم أنت أنتما أنتن أنا نحن
3 2 1 go
هو هما هم هي هما هن أنت أنتما أنتم أنت أنتما أنتن
okay again stop 3 2 1 go okay stop 3 2 1 go
هو هما هم هي هما هن أنت أنتما أنتم أنت أنتما أنتن أنا نحن
hashtag how about no okay who wants to try from memory ومن يتهيب صعود الجبال يعيش أبد الدهر بين الحفر as the Arabic saying goes whoever is afraid to climb the mountain will forever stay in the ditches yes go ahead
هما
mm-hmm.
هم
Mm-hmm.
هي هما هن
Mm-hmm.
أنت أنتما أنتم
Yep.
أنتي أنتما أنتن أنا
Very good, mashallah. Brothers, who wants to one up the sisters? How about you? The one who keeps pushing his friend to do it. Push it. No, I didn't say huwa, huma, hum, okay? I said huwa.
هما هم
Yep.
هي هما هن أنت أنتما
No, stop, it's not on the chart. Anta?
أنت أنتما أنتم أنتي أنتما أنتن أنا نحن
Good. All right. Sisters, anyone else want to try? Go ahead, Shifa. Okay. Farhan, why don't you try?
No.
Why not? What's gonna happen? I'm pretty sure you'll still live even if you don't get it wrong, or if you don't get it right.
هو
Yep.
هما
Yep.
هم
Uh-huh.
هي هما
Uh-huh. You go. You go.
هي هما هن
Yeah.
أنت أنتما أنتما
No,
أنتم
Uh-huh.
أنت أنتما أنتما
Antun.
أنتم
Antunna.
أنتن أنا نحن
Yep. Again. Hua. Don't cry.
هو هما هن
Nope. Hum.
هم هي هما هن
Uh-huh.
أنت أنتما أنتم
Mm-hmm. You good?
That's it.
Now keep going.
أنت
Even though, you know what's hilarious? He just gave you the answer and you still got it wrong.
No, I thought you gave me half of it.
He said anti, you said anta.
Oh. It's confusing.
Go from hua.
هو هما هما
Nope. Hua, huma, hum.
هو هما هم هي هما هن
Mm-hmm.
أنت
Mm-hmm.
أنتما أنتم أنت أنتما أنتم ما
No, antunna.
أنتن
Remember, what do both feminines end in? Noon with shadda. So hiya, huma.
أنتن
No, hiya. Go from here.
هي see, how'd you pick on? هي هما
Okay, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Then
هي
hiya, huma, hunna, anta.
anta, antuma, antum,
Yep.
anti, antuma, antun,
Yeah. You good? Antunna.
antunna, ana, nan.
Very good. You probably know it better right now than the rest of the guys. That's why I picked that. Remember we spoke about the mercy between a teacher and a student? There you go. Right? Anyone else want to try from the brothers? One for the brothers, one for the sisters? Actually, no. You guys both. No, you went, right? Okay, so hold on. One more sister. Let's try. Anyone else? Sister Sonora, you want to try? You want to try?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm confused.
What? Memorizing it?
Yeah.
Give it a try. Here, read it to me once from your notes, and then read it to me once without looking.
Huwa,
Uh-huh.
huma, hum,
Mm-hmm.
hiya, huma, hunna,
Mm-hmm.
anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu.
Okay. Now try it without.
Huwa, huma, hum,
Mm-hmm.
hiya, huma, hunna,
Yep.
anta, antuma,
Yep.
antun,
Antum.
antum, anti,
Mm-hmm.
antuma, antunna,
Yep.
ana, nahnu.
Very good. Are you still confused?
No.
There you go. Okay. Let's go through some Quran. So that's 2 for 2. You guys can battle it out after class. All right. Surah Al-Shu'ara is Surah 26, I believe. Okay, let's try that again. I don't know why that's not working. I don't get why this website sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't work. This is working, okay? Anyone else know? Okay, Quran chapter 26. Yep, there you go. Okay. This is Ahqaf. This is not what Okay. Suratush Shu'ara. All right, here we go. Okay, I think my computer has like a jinn in it because I just loaded this like a second ago. Thank you for laughing, it made me feel good.
Mine doesn't work either.
For Quran.com?
Yeah,
Beats me, whatever.
still not working.
Quran.com is easier because you can just copy and paste directly. So let's go down. Okay. ME Quran. Tilka ayatul kitab al-mubin. We're going to look for attached pronouns and independent pronouns. This is Surah Al-Shu'ara. Tilka ayatul kitab al-mubin. لَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعٌ نَفْسَكَ أَلَّا يَكُونُوا مُؤْمِنِينَ. Anything here?
Yes.
What do we have? First, is tell me, is it attached or is it independent? Attached. So what's the first one? Yes, you have a question?
No.
Oh, you want to say it? Okay, go ahead.
Nafsaka.
Okay, nafsaka. Good. That's one. That's attached. Anything else? لعلك. Good. ألا يكونوا مؤمنين. إن نشأ ننزل عليهم من السماء آية فظلت أعناقهم لها خاضعين. Anyone else? Go ahead, raise your hand. Let's try that. Kitab? Kitabi. This would be my book if there was no ya. If there was a ya at the end, there's no ya. It's just al-kitabi. There's no attached pronoun to it. Yes. Go ahead. Someone. Yeah. إن نشأ ننزل عليهم من السماء آية فظلت أعناقهم لها خاضعين. Anything? Yes, Shifa. أعناقهم. Good. Attached or independent? Attached. Good. So we'll make it blue. What's the attached pronoun? Good. Anything else in here? What's your name? What's her name?
Aliza.
Aliza. Do you know? No? Okay. Are you sure? Okay. So, all right, Zainab?
Laha.
Huh?
Laha.
Laha. Good. What's the attached pronoun? Do you know? So how do you know it's attached pronoun? Okay. All right. Ha is the attached pronoun. Good. Anything else? From the brothers, anything else here? Alayhim. How about that? Him. Hum became him. The ha looks a little different when it's written. But alayhim. Ala is a harf jar. وما يأتيهم من ذكر من الرحمن محدث إلا كانوا عنه معرضين. Anything? Anhu. What's the attached pronoun? Good. Anything else? Good. يأتيهم. Very good. محدث إلا كانوا عنه معرضين. فقد كذبوا فسيأتيهم أنباء ما كانوا به يستهزئون. Anything? فسيأتيهم. Very good. What's the attached pronoun? Him. So then سيأتيهم will come. It will come him to them. So it will come to them. فقد, they indeed كذبوا, belied or lied against. فسيأتيهم, so it will come to them. أنباء, or a news. ما كانوا به يستهزئون, except that they would make fun of it. Anything else here? ما كانوا به يستهزئون. Good. What's the attached pronoun? He. Good. أولم يروا إلى الأرض كم أنبتنا فيها من كل زوج كريم. Anything? Good. I like that. Ha is the attached pronoun. Ha means what?
Singular third person female.
Good. Singular third person female. And it is attached pronoun. Anything else? Good. أنبتنا. Na means us. إن في ذلك لآية وما كان أكثرهم مؤمنين. Anything? أكثرهم. ذلك is not a pronoun. ذلك is a pointing word. Hum. And look, it's so you can attach anything to a ra, and I'll go over that later. So it's still considered an attached pronoun. مؤمنين. وإن ربك لهو العزيز الرحيم. Anything? ربك. ربك means what? Your Lord. Okay. وإذ نادى ربك موسى أن ائت القوم الظالمين. Anything? ربك. Good.
How about lahu in the I9?
Where?
I9. Lahu after rabuka.
Oh, you're right. Lahua. Yep, attached pronoun. Very good. I missed that one.
So what's the difference between Rabbaka and Rabbuka?
The status is different. You don't know the difference yet, what the meaning is. But Rabbuka means your Lord. Rabbaka means same thing, your Lord. But inna is before it. Inna is a harf nasab. So it made the word nasab. وَإِذْ نَادَى رَبُّكَ مُوسَى أَنِ ائْتِ الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Anything else? No. قَوْمَ فِرْعَوْنَ أَلَا يَتَّقُونَ. Anything here? No. قَالَ رَبِّي إِنِّي أَخَافُ أَنْ يُكَذِّبُونَ. Anything? Inni. Good. Indeed, I am. Me. وَيُضِيقُ صَدْرِي وَلَا يَنْطَلِقُ لِسَانِي فَأَرْسِلْ إِلَى هَارُونَ. Anything? Good. Lisani, my tongue. Anything else? Sadri. Very good. Okay. Someone had a question. Who had a question? Okay.
The question
Yes.
about Rabbi, sorry, number 12.
Number 12. Okay.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
About that Rabbi.
Yes and no. You know what I'll do today? I'll go over this in our Quranic session. So hold on to your, we're going to talk about Musa alayhi salam today. So I'll put a hold on Surah Al-Fatiha and we'll speak about this. This is a very interesting balaghi point. Actually, is everyone listening? So this specific point for Rabbi, actually it means my Lord. And there's actually a ya attached to it. But nowhere in the Quran is the ya written. And nowhere in the Quran is the ya read. But we'll go over it today. It's a very intrinsic, minutiae point, but it's very interesting. فَأَرْسِلْ إِلَىٰ هَارُونَ وَلَهُمْ. You're excited, aren't you, Elisa? Good. وَلَهُمْ عَلَيَّ ذَنْبٌ فَأَخَافُ أَنْ يَقْتُلُونَ. Anything? Good. Okay, so that's one. وَلَهُمْ is one. Attached. عَلَيَّ. عَلَيَّ. وَلَهُمْ عَلَيَّ. Yes, but you can't see it. It means ala and then ye. It means upon me. قَالَ كَلَّا فَاذْهَبَا بِآيَاتِنَا إِنَّا مَعَكُمْ مُسْتَمِعُونَ. بِآيَاتِنَا is one. Good. Our verses. مَعَكُمْ means what? With you all. Kum is an attached pronoun. قَالَ. Good. Inna means indeed we. Inna can be, it can be, inna can have any attached pronoun with it, right? Innahu huwa al-aziz al-rahim. Indeed he. Innahuma. Indeed both of them. Innahum. Them, right? Innaka. You. Innaki. You for feminine. Inna. Instead of saying innana, it's inna. Or inni. Inna. When there's a shadda on top. Okay. فَأْتِيَا فِرْعَوْنَ فَقُولَا إِنَّا رَسُولُ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Anything here? Good. Inna, same thing. أَنْ أَرْسِلْ مَعَنَا بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل. Anything? Good. مَعَنَا. With us. قَالَ أَلَمْ نُرَبِّكَ فِينَا وَلِيدًا وَلَبِثْتَ فِينَا مِنْ عُمُرِكَ سِنِينَ. Anything? نُرَبِّكَ. Good. No, there's one attached. Where did you see two attached? Which one? Okay. There can only be one attached, yeah. Rabba yurabbi. Tarbiya. Did we not do your tarbiya? Right? Qala, he said, alam nurabbika. Did we not do your tarbiya? Fir'aun speaking to Musa alayhi salam. Nurabbika.
She is right. If there is two attachment, noon is also a pre-attach.
No, noon is a verb. Did we? You don't know this yet because it's a verb. When there's a noon at the beginning, it's part of the verb. Yeah. And it only comes at the end. Fina walidan walabitha fina min umrik sin. Anything else? Did we not, right? Did alam nurabbik. Did we not do your tarbiyah fina walida when you were a child, walidan walabitha, and you stayed with us fina min umrika sinin, for most of your age. Good. Your age. Umrika. Okay. Your salgira. وَفَعَلْتَ فَعْلَتَكَ الَّتِي فَعَلْتَ وَأَنْتَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. Okay. No, not التي. التي is فَعَلْتَ, no. But فَعْلَتَكَ, you're doing. التي فَعَلْتَ. وَأَنْتَ is what? Good. Attached or is it independent? So make it green. Min al-kafirin. Anything? Nope. قال فعلتها إذن وأنا من الضالين. فعلتها. What is it? Attached or independent? Attached. And it means what? 1, 2, 3. How many? 2. Dual. Masculine or feminine or both? Both. Very good. وأنا من الضالين. Anything? Ana. Very good. Ana means? No, means me, or just not us. Me, specifically one person, yeah. فَفَرَرْتُ مِنْكُمْ لَمَّا خِفْتُكُمْ فَوَهَبَ لِي رَبِّي حُكْمًا وَجَعَلَنِي مِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Minkum, attached or what? Good. خِفْتُكُمْ. Good. لَمَّا خِفْتُكُمْ. When I feared you. لَمَّا خِفْتُكُمْ. When I feared you. فوهب لي ربي حكما وجعلني من المرسلين. Anything? وهب لي. Good. And li is in attached pronoun.
So why is not attached?
Because of the lam. The lam, you can't put a lam. You could put a lam on a ba. Actually, let me see something. It could be attached. I don't know why. I think it was just an error. It's technically attached. Yeah, hold on. فوهب. Oops. Yeah. I think this text got messed up. ربي حكما وجعلني من المرسلين. Anything? ربي attached. حكما وجعلني من المرسلين. Anything? وجعلني, and he made me من المرسلين, from the messengers. وتلك نعمة تمنها علي أن عبدت بني إسرائيل. تمنها attached. Anything else? علي, upon me. قال فرعون وما رب العالمين. Anything? Nope. Okay, we did what, 22 verses, and these are majority what? Attached pronouns. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Mu. فألقى موسى عصاه. Okay. قال آمنا برب العالمين. Here we go. Oh, I'm looking for Surah Safat actually. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. Surah Safat. Okay. This is what I was looking for. This is you're going to find interesting. So the people online, look at the notes again. I forgot to switch to the screen that you need your notes on. Okay.
Is there people online?
There's no one online, but people who watch recordings. Yeah. Okay. وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَى مُوسَى وَهَارُونَ. Anything? Good. So it's actually meme noon noon, but when there's two noons, like manna, it becomes merged, and you add a third noon. Mananna. So that's what the shadda is for. It's to group two of the same letters together. Good. Attached pronoun. وَنَجَّيْنَاهُمَا وَقَوْمَهُمَا مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ. And we saved, and now this is going to be interesting. Okay? This is najjayna, we saved. That is what? Attached pronoun. And then huma is independent pronoun. Good. وَقَوْمَهُمَا. Good. And huma means what? Both, right? So who's both of them here? Musa alayhi salam, okay, and Harun alayhi salam. Huma, right? We saved both of them. Who did we save? We saved Musa and Harun. وَقَوْمَهُمَا. And whose people? Musa and Harun's. وَنَصَرْنَاهُمْ فَكَانُوا هُمُ الْغَالِبِينَ. وَنَصَرْنَاهُمْ. Same thing. And we helped. That is attached pronoun. Good. Oops. Attached pronoun. Nasarna is an attached pronoun. Hum is what? Good. That's actually supposed to be green, right? فَكَانُوا هُمُ الْغَالِبِينَ. Anything here? Hum. It became humu just because of the sakin. And it is a attached, independent. Good. وَآتَيْنَاهُمَا الْكِتَابَ الْمُسْتَبِينَ. Anything? آتَيْنا is what? Good. Huma is? Good. وَهَدَيْنَاهُمَا الصِّرَاطَ الْمُسْتَقِيمَ. هَدَيْنا. And we guided, attached. Who did we guide? Huma. We guided both of them. Who is we? Allah is speaking about himself in the royal we and speaking to or about Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam because both of them. وَتَرَكْنَا. And we left, attached, right? عَلَيْهِمَا. Attached upon both of them. فِي الْآخِرِينَ. Salamun ala Musa wa Harun. Now let me ask you guys a question. وَلَقَدْ مَنَنَّا عَلَى مُوسَى وَهَارُونَ. Indeed, we favored upon Musa and Harun. Right? Indeed, we favored upon Musa and Harun. وَنَجَّيْنَا. And we saved. Who did Allah save? Now look at the pronoun. What's the pronoun here? Huma, both of them. وَقَوْمَهُمَا. And both of their nations, their people. In al-Karb al-Azim. وَنَصَرْنَاهُمْ. And we saved them. And we saved them. Now here's my question. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala go from وَنَجَّيْنَاهُمَا, that we saved both of them, وَقَوْمَهُمَا, and their people, both their people from the great trial, وَنَصَرْنَاهُمْ. Why did it become hum?
Now he's talking about them and the Qawm together.
Very good. The Qawm. So now it becomes more than just two people. We're talking about many people. So even the balaghi point, you won't find that in the translation. Translation, you most likely will not differentiate between that. It'll say, and we saved them and their peoples, right? Because in English, there's no idea of dual. It would sound weird that we saved both of them and both of their nations. It would be too many words. So the translation won't give you that. But in the Quran, Allah differentiates it, knowing that there's more than two people, so you use the other pronoun. And we saved them. فَكَانُوا. And they were of the winners. Kanu hum al-ghalibin. Kanu is what? Kanu is actually it's a specific verb which we'll go over in a verb class, but it refers to plural and not dual. Hum refers to plural. Al-ghalib. Ghalib, ghalibun, ghaliban, ghalibin is singular. Ghaliban is two people who are winning, or ghalibain. What's the plural? Ghalibuna or Ghalibina. فَكَانُوا هُمُ الْغَالِبِينَ. So Allah keeps referring to them to the plural. Now let's go back to Musa alayhi salam and Harun. وَآتَيْنَا. And we gave both of them al-kitab al-mustabin. Pretty cool, right? How even in that little context, those two verses. Because now, look at the rest of it. وَهَدَيْنَاهُمَا وَآتَيْنَاهُمَا وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِمَا. Hima, huma, same thing. Salamun ala Musa wa Harun. Quite interesting. Quite interesting.
So what makes it alayhima?
I need to add that to the list. It's a harf nasab. I'm sorry, harf jar. But actually, if you go back for a second. Yeah, I think that was my mistake. If you go back to this. Wait, no, not this, sorry. Go back to this. If you go back to your pronoun chart, which I think you should add this. I forgot to add it. It's hima and jab.
For both feminine and masculine.
Yeah. And usually this happens when there's a harf jar before it. But again, we'll go over it. Okay. What is going on here? I think there's one more thing I had to go over which I had delayed. What time is Maghrib again?
No.
It comes in now?
I think it was on in like a minute or so.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Take your break. I think we just worked through this whole thing without a break. I just realized. You guys feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys do me a favor, if you ever need appoint one person from the brothers and the sisters that when you need a break, just raise your hand. Sometimes it slips me. Sorry. Actually, you know, you'd be surprised. In this spot, there's a lot of things you don't know. For example, I have a very bad habit that I end up standing the whole time I'm teaching. And if you think about it, if you're standing for 3 hours straight, it really has an effect on your body and you feel it later. So someone had asked me, do you want a podium? I said, if I have a podium, I'm not going to sit down. It's just, you end up standing the whole time. So I have a bad habit that sometimes I forget to sit. So that's just what ends up happening. So one of those things is you forget about breaks. You don't have any sense of time. So usually I give you a break, but I completely forgot. So I apologize for that. So go ahead. Let's go for Maghrib. After Maghrib. Maghrib break. Bismillah, let's go ahead and start. Please go to your books. Go to page number 66. Page number 60, I'm sorry, not 66, 67, 68, 68. Go to page number 68 to the bottom. Okay. How does an ism get an attached pronoun? Now that we've gone over it. So for example, how do I say book? No, not kitab. How do I say book fully? No, kitabun. Kitabun. An ism is what until proven proper? An ism is common unless proven proper. Remember we went over that? And an ism being common means that it has tanween in singular form. So we don't add an alif lam unless we really want to or need to. But in this case, by default, an ism is common, right? So for example, I want to say in common ism, which has tanween, and I want to, what do I want to do with it? I want to add an attached pronoun. So for example, let's look at qulub. Now qulub is not a singular pronoun, rather it is a what? Plural. But I'm just using it as an example. The example here is qulub. Now what do I want to do? Step one is make the ism light if I'm going to attach a pronoun to it, i.e. an attached pronoun. So number one, drop the tanween, make the ism light. It doesn't matter whether the ism is rafa, nasab, or jar, just get rid of the tanween. Whether it's if it's in, an, it doesn't matter, get rid of the tanween. That's the first thing you want to do. So from qulubin, I want to get rid of the tanween, what does it become? Qulubi. Sam'i, and if I want to get rid of the tanween, what does it become? Sam'i, good. Step two, or here, absadin becomes absari. Step two, add the attached pronoun. Qulubi and hum becomes qulubi him. And we're going to talk about that in 1 second. Sam'ihim, and I want to add hum, it becomes sam'i him. Absaruhum, I want to add the hum, it becomes absari him. Now why did the status of the beginning letter of the pronoun change from rafa to jar? Right? That's a question we had. Let's talk about this below. Step number 3. Any attached pronoun beginning with a hu, right? Any attached pronoun beginning with a hu, which is hu, attached pronoun, for example, for hum, it's for huwa, it's hu, right? And then what else do we have? Huwa, we have huma, which is also hu. Hum, it also starts with hu, okay? So those ones specifically, if they are preceded by a kasra, meaning a kasra comes before them, or a ya, preceded by a kasra or a ya, either one of these two, then the hu will become a he. So let's take a look at this. خَتَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. This is B, right? Is there a kasra? So what happens? The ha becomes, oops, he, qulubi, he, him. This is actually wrong. This is supposed to be the meme is supposed to have a sakin. خَتَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. Okay? قُلُوبِهِمْ. وَعَلَى سَمْعِهِمْ. It's kasra, right? Sam'ihim. وَعَلَى أَبْصَارِهِمْ. Allah said, seal upon their hearts and upon their hearings and upon their sights. What is this? Why are both types of pronouns proper? Oh, right. So let me ask you guys. Independent pronoun status? Independent pronoun. Rafa. Good. Rafa. Number of an independent pronoun? No, I mean it depends on the pronoun. Right, it depends on the pronoun. Very good though. It's good you remember that. Gender of a pronoun? Depends on the pronoun. Type of the independent pronoun? They're all what? Proper. Very good. In attached pronoun status? Nasab or jar? Number? Depends. Gender? Depends. Type? Proper. So all pronouns, every single one, independent or attached, they are what? Their type, they are proper. So hence this question, why are both types of pronouns proper and not common? It's a very obvious fact because they both point back to something or someone specific, right? You know exactly who or what you're talking about. Now, go to page number, I want to go over the sheet. Page number 63 in your book. Okay, page number 63. This is considered, the sheet is called the creation of Allah. Ready? Have you not seen the beautiful sama'un, sky, which your Lord is the khaliq of, the creator? Khaliqun is creator. Or the well-constructed jibalun, mountain. You know, actually no, that's wrong. Jibalun is mountains, plural, mountains. And then jabalun is mountain, singular. But I'm only holding you responsible for jibal. Jibal, not jabal. أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت. Or the cool flowing bahrun on the coast. Bahr, sea, good. There are so many ayatun. I want you to write miraculous signs, not just signs. Miraculous signs. There are so many miraculous signs which point to the bayinatun. Who knows what bayina means? Clear evidence. Clear evidence. Clear evidence. Evidence. Yeah. Every day the shamsun, you know this word, right? Every day the shamsun rises in the naharun, the horizon. Nahar is the horizon. Alright, sky is a very general term, but if you know when you're on a boat, you look ahead, and what do you see? You can literally see the sun go down. It's that portion where you can see the day and the night change. That's the horizon. While every laylun, so every day the shams rises in the nahar, while every laylun, night, the qamrun, the moon, comes as a nurun, as a light to the sky. Good. The rustling of a shajaratun, of a tree. The rustling of a shajaratun's leaves in the rihun. You know this one too. So now even the words you may have just learned yesterday, they're starting to become reinforced in your head. You already know 2 words. Not to mention the various types of an'amun. Good. Cattle. cattle which graze on the ardun be? Another one you know, look at that. We do so qalilun, little, for Allah, yet He gives us kathirun, a lot, or much. Much is a better word. Only a being as aliyun, as exalted, only a being as exalted as Allah could have created all that we see. We get to love and feel loved because He is latifun, gentle. He is gentle. And we get to receive respect and give it because He is kareemun, generous. Generous.
What's Arzan?
Ardun is land. It's contextual, really. You could refer to it as the earth. You could refer to it as the earth, but it's really in reference to land. The Arabs refer to it as land. How many words did you just go through? Sorry. New words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. 16 words. So far we've had a vocab sheet every day, right? Okay. So then I'll do vocab sheet 4 later.
We've got 3 vocab sheets and 1.
Yeah, the assumed feminine words. So that I counted that as a vocab sheet because you're still memorizing vocab. Okay. Now we're starting the fun stuff. I'm thinking whether or not we should do this chapter later. Yeah, but you're going to do another chapter than today then. Yeah. Uh-huh. $95. Got it. Go to chapter 9, page 95. We're going to do that. Okay. So, what we've been going over so far is the concept and study of what? Ism. Okay. I'm just going to intro this and then we'll do the Quran and we'll go home. Yeah. So far, we've studied what? Again, Ism, right? We have studied Ism. We have studied Ism. Now this is how I'm going to define it for you guys. There is a study of words, okay? And within the word, we have studied the ism. The ism is part of what? Sentences. Okay. Actually, sentences, or rather complete sentences. And then there are what? Fragments. Fragments. We're going to speak about complete sentences later, but now we're going to focus on fragments. And there are 4 fragments in the Arabic language. The first one is the, it's too long. The harf jar compound. You can cross out prepositional and write harf jar compound in your book. Okay, this order is messed up. I don't know why it says it like that. Number 2, possessive compound. So number 2 is possessive. Number 3 is adjectival. Okay? Yeah, just switch it around in your book. I mean, the order doesn't make too much of a difference, but just so you have an outline in your head. Number 4, indicating word. Okay? There are those 4 compounds. And guess what? What chapter number was that? 9. We just finished chapter 9. That's all it is. There's a whole chapter which says that there are these 4 things. That's it. So now go to chapter 12.
We're not going to do examples or anything for the same thing.
Sorry?
We're not going to do any examples for these 2.
Each one of these is a chapter on itself. But for some reason, there's just one chapter saying there are 4 things without going over them.
Okay, just
So, chapter 12, not prepositional phases, but the harf jar compound. Harf jar compound. Too much information, so I'm just going to make this easy for you guys. Okay? What is the harf jar compound? Exactly. A harf jar compound is composed of 2 things. An ism and a harf jar. Okay? If a harf jar comes before a word, the word, or before an ism, the ism becomes, what does it become? Jar. Becomes jar. There are 11 harf jars, and they are the following. باتا كاف لام واو من في عن على حتى إلى. Don't worry, we'll go over them.
You said B, is it 3 or is it?
So we refer to it as bata kaf lam wow for memorization purposes. But yeah, so I'm going to go over each of these, or at least start to go over each of these. Here we go. Okay. Couple of verses. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran many times, Fi sabilillahi. Okay? I don't want you to focus on Allah right now. What I want you to focus on is sabil. Sabil is jar y, because there's a fi before it. Right? There's a fi before it. Fi is a harf jar. Fi sabilillah. Inna anzalnahu fi laylati. Fi laylati. Why? I want you to focus on Layla. Why is Layla going to be jar? Yep, fi. Right? إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر من ألف شهر ألف. Why? Min. See that? From min. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن. One second. Hey, I'll call you within the hour. I'm just finishing up a class. Thanks. That's all. بإذن Rabbihim. Okay. Why is idni going to be jar? Because of B. B is a harf jar. Right now, I'm probably not going to go over the meanings of these until tomorrow, but I want to show you how it becomes jar. Okay. Oh, and why is it him here? Because there's a what before the ha? A kasra. This is from the last lesson. بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ. What else? Min kulli. Oops. Amrin. Kulli is good. Jar because of min. Right. Oops. Sorry. Jar. Harf jar. Harf jar. Do you guys know any other places in the Quran that have harf jar? From any of the surahs you may have memorized? Good. What's the harf jar? Good. But let me finish the surah off 1 second. Min kulli amr. Salamun hiya hatta. Oops. Hatta matla'i al-fajr, right? Hatta matla'i. Because of what? Hatta. Li la fi, right? Li Li'ilafi. Ilaf is the word. Jar because of li. That's why. Okay. So I just wanted to get started on that and we'll finish it tomorrow. Review. I want to know what questions you guys have for the exam tomorrow. So let's go over what will be on it. Okay, we're studying what? Tomorrow's exam is status, heavy light, flexibility, and number, and your vocab sheets. Vocab 1, 2, and 3, and assumed feminine words. That's what, sorry?
No gender.
No, I don't think gender is going to be on the next one. What did I send in the email? Who remembers? Let me pull up the emails.
So no plurals and singular either?
I'm sorry?
Singular, plural.
Yeah, singular, plural, all that. Let me pull it up 1 second. Sent mail. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so only status, heavy light, flexibility, number, and vocab. So gender is going to be on exam number 2. Don't worry. Unless you want me to put gender on this too. No? Okay. And you want to make the exam longer? All right. Good. So status, let's go through it. How do we... No, not that. Let's go through the categories. So go to, what chapter is status? It is page number 14. So status, what do we want to know about status? Forms of status, right? And how to identify them. What else? That's basically the whole chapter. Section 2, heavy and light, right? Same thing, straightforward. Section 3, flexibility. What do we want to know? Fully, non, partly. I don't expect you guys to know definitions. I want you to be able to apply it. If I give you a word I want you to be able to tell me which one it is. I don't want you to sit there memorizing things. I want you to be able to apply them. You don't sit there memorizing definitions. When you're reading Quran, you're not going to sit there memorizing definitions. You want to be able to apply it. You should know definitions if you're looking to teach. That's a different story. Right? And whatever types of words are fully noun or partly flexible. Should know that. Chapter number 3, number. What should you know? Singular, dual, plural, broken plural. That's all, and then the vocab. So what questions do you have about these?
Can you do a few examples of broken plurals?
Sure. Go to page 38 in your book. Example of broken plural. The singular is rasulun, and the broken plural is rusulun. Qalamun, aqlamun. Masjidun, masajidun. Now, generally, I'm not going to give you words we haven't gone over. That's the first thing. Secondly, is that yeah, that's the thing. So, kitabun, the plural is kutubun. Yawmun, the plural is ayyamun. And then the singular baytun, the plural, the broken plural is buyutun. Now, let's check something real quick. Good. Okay, you'll be fine. For broken plurals, there won't be anything. So I won't give you a random broken plural. So, but we're going to do more work on broken plural. Any other questions? It's a very straightforward exam. It'll be very similar to our homeworks. Almost the same.
Same? Exactly?
I said almost the same.
Passing grade 40.
Passing grade? Could be nothing. Again, the exam is just there to determine if you've been doing work in class. That's all. Broken plural. And then the vocab. Is that it? Or if you want, we can continue on to the Quran then. What's up?
What?
I don't know, you're going like this. No, that was you. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go to Quran. So I'm gonna go over a verse. The verse is, let's see if Quran.com is working. There you go. Surah Al-Qasas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى إِلَى الظِّلِّ فَقَالَ رَبِّي إِنِّي لِمَا أَنزَلْتَ إِلَيَّ مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَقِيرٍ. Okay. if hold on. Open it up here. There you go. فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال ربي إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. Now this is about Musa alayhi salam. Okay. This dua is in Surah Al-Qasas, and in Surah Al-Qasas, let's go over what has been going on with Musa alayhi salam. The first thing that happens to Musa alayhi salam, okay, the first thing that happens to him in this surah is that in Surah Al-Qasas, I just want to put this onto the Word document, is that people are coming and killing all of the children of Bani Israel. Okay? So when that happens, Musa alayhi salam's mother does what? Put him in a basket and put him into a river. Okay? So the first very big ordeal that happened to Musa alayhi salam is separated from his mother as a baby. Number 2, put in a river as a baby. Okay? Then Musa alayhi salam grows up, and finally, where does he end up? He ends up in Fir'aun's palace, and he's raised in Fir'aun's palace. So that happens. So his life is going well for some time. Then eventually what happens is that, as this surah tells, Musa alayhi salam was trying to settle something in between a man of his tribe, or a man of his people, and someone else. And in the process, somehow Musa alayhi salam accidentally kills the man. So number 3, he does what? He flees. So he flees his, number 3, accidentally takes a life. Then number 4 does what? He flees from his hometown. Number 5, Fir'aun and his people are after him. So technically he's a wanted fugitive during this time. Even though he didn't do it, he was a wanted fugitive and people wanted to get him. Fir'aun and his people are after him. And we know what? That Musa alayhi salam sees 2 women, and he goes to these 2 women and assists them in watering their animals, and going to a well and watering their animals. And why was this a big deal? Because there were other men around the watering area, and this is a very old time. So it's not that people would just move out of the way. You don't know what type of people you're dealing with. You don't know. It's not a safe area, and there's 2 women by themselves who have an old father named Shu'aib, and he's at home. So now Musa alayhi salam, he goes and he gives water to these women. فَسَقَى لَهُمَا, and he gave water to both of them. Who are both of them? The 2 women. ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى إِلَى الظِّلِّ, then he goes and he's sort of underneath a shade. فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى إِلَى الظِّلِّ, he literally just collapses in the shade. He collapses, right? After all of these things are going on, these 5 crazy things have happened. After he has helped these women, and they didn't really give him anything in return right away, what does he pray? He says, Rabbi, inni lima anzalta ilayya min khayrin faqir. That, Rabbi, my Lord, indeed I am, inni lima, to whatever. Okay? The translation, I'll write it out here. Oops. Okay, the dua. Okay, so فَسَقَى لَهُمَا, so then he watered he gave water and then he collapsed in the shade. So then he said, "My Lord, for sure I am." Okay, well, for sure I am to whatever you have sent of good. I am a beggar. You see how I wrote that? I didn't say, "Oh Allah, I am in need of whatever you need," right? The way this is, Musa alayhi salam is calling himself what? A faqir, right? But the faqir is not up here. It didn't say, "Rabbi inni faqirun lima anzalta ilay min khayr." But the order is switched around to show that Musa alayhi salam is panting. He's been on the run. He doesn't have money. His clothes are dirtied, and all of society is after him. From his hometown, after he's been separated from his mother as a baby, after he's put in a river, and then what else? After he accidentally takes a life, after he is fleeing from his hometown, after people are after him, he finally just has an emotional breakdown and says, "Ya Allah, I am faqir, inni lima anzalta," to whatever you send. I am faqir, Ya Allah, I am faqir. Have you ever seen a beggar when he's begging? What does he do? He puts his hand out and says, "Just give me whatever." I remember I was in India in March, and me and my father, we get on the rickshaw to go somewhere. And what ends up happening is there's a very old man, extremely old man. Probably he could, if my father's father was still alive, he'd be his age. We get on and we ask him how much. He goes, "Just give me whatever." Because it was a hot day, he wasn't getting anything. So we say, "Okay, we'll get on." And because people, obviously, they see you're not from there, they like to charge you more. So we get on and brings us to our hotel. And as we're leaving, he said, "How much you want to give me? How much would you like?" He goes, "Just give me whatever you think was worth." Now you're thinking about it. This person, for whatever reason, he is a faqir in his own nature. He is not even asking for a certain amount. The same way Musa alayhi salam is not asking Allah anything specific. He just says, "Just give me something. I trust that you will take care of me." So obviously we gave the man, a bigger amount than what was due. He was an older person, whatever the case may be, and he was grateful. But the same way here, Musa alayhi salam, he doesn't know what Allah is going to send, but he's still asking Allah. Now, is there a sense of urgency in this dua that we can know? Is there a sense of urgency? There is a sense of urgency. To add to it, Rabbi. It's supposed to be Rabbi lima anzalta. But everywhere in the Quran, all of the Rabbis are without the ya. But it still means my Lord. It still means my Lord. The reason the ya is not here is a balaghi point. It's a rhetorical point. That when a person is in need, sometimes they can't say that I need something in a very colloquial, regular way. When someone is fallen, as someone needs help, there's blood coming out of their hand, or whatever the case may be, are they saying, "Excuse me, sir, can you please help me?" They say, "Help, help, help me, help." The same way, that is the need that every human being has for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That you don't have time to be completely grammatically correct in whatever you're saying, but you recognize that you need Allah, so you're calling out to Allah from the depths of your heart. And here the need is intensified much more. Now, number one, already by the Rabbi, but number two, by the way he's saying, "Ya Allah, I need whatever you give me from good. You give me something, I'm faqir, Ya Allah, give me something. I'm a faqir, Ya Allah, just give me anything, give me something." So that's how, when he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this hal, when he thought that everything was cut off, when the economy was bad, and he was a wanted criminal, and he had no money, and he had no job, what did Allah give him? Allah gave him a job, and he gave him a wife. And not only did he give him just anyone, he gave him a choice to pick from two of the women, whichever one his father had allowed him to. So when Musa alayhi salam had shown Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala his dedication in a state of sorrow, in a state where someone can be seen as there's no hope for this guy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a salary, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a contract, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a wife, and he gave him children from that union. And after that, what did he give him? He gave him nubuwah. And after that, what did Allah give him? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought him back to Fir'aun. And what did he give him after he went back to Fir'aun? He gave him Bani Israel to take care of. All through this dua. And everything I just said, you can read about it in Surah Al-Qasas. But that's the beauty of the of the concept of Rabbi in the Quran. Because it's such a need, it's such an emphasis that we need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you don't have time to sit there and be grammatically correct. You know, in Urdu, it's actually interesting. This is what I liken it to. How do we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Urdu? Hey Allah, tu do or Allah aap de? Why? Isn't aap, so aap literally is, for those who don't know Urdu, aap is a way used to refer to someone, like for example in Arabic they'll say, Ya Sayyidi, right? As opposed to Ya Sadiqi. Oh sir versus oh friend. Because our connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quite intimate, right? And the Urdu language captures that. That when we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're not sitting there and saying, oh, you know, oh great one, we're just saying, Ya Allah, you know me, I know you, please give me. Same way in the Arabic language, that meaning is conveyed in all of the du'as in the Quran. Every single one. So it's quite beautiful, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, so see you all tomorrow for your exam. I will, again, just make sure you study your notes, make sure you've done the homeworks, and you'll be fine. Alright, assalamu alaikum. Again, there's no class after the exam tomorrow, and then there's class again on Saturday night, okay? Alaikum salam.